When I think about technology that's really going to change what we do from a financials perspective,
Mm-hmm.
the blockchain is the thing that I've got my eye on very, very heavily right now.
Mm-hmm.
Take away the meme coins. I'm not talking
Mm-hmm.
Dogecoin. I'm not talking.
Yeah, you're talking
I'm talking
infrastructure,
the infrastructure, the stuff that's
right?
under the hood of those transactions. There's some real innovation there right now.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, it's a tinkering, it's a hobby. There's very few like enterprise payment level things that are happening right there. But I think that's really going to come around. If you think about the networks that are payment rails, Visa, Mastercard, you name it, um,
Mm-hmm.
those rails are sophisticated.
Mm-hmm.
They've been built for decades, right? The new payment rails that are going to show up are going to look a lot like a blockchain, and right
Mm-hmm.
now they're just not there from a tech perspective. If you look at Visa and Mastercard, they can process like 75,000 transactions a second. Like these are massive scales. The Bitcoin chain can process like 8 a second.
Mm-hmm.
So the tech is not there, but
Sure.
fundamentally, the idea that you can build a write once ledger that is always accurate and always never can be changed in a digital
Mm-hmm.
framework, that's going to revolutionize payments at some point. And,
Right.
for us, we're watching it very, very closely to try and understand kind of when's the time to jump into it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the reality is, if I had jumped into it in, say, January of this year, that ecosystem is changing so rapidly that the tech I chose January of last year or this
Mm-hmm.
year even is already out of date.
Yep.
And so we're watching it very, very closely for when's the right time to jump into it, where we feel like it's stabilized enough, but also
Mm-hmm.
kind of right at that point where getting into it
Mm-hmm.
early enough provides us some sort of competitive advantage. But
Mm-hmm.
it's still a long way to go. I believe that global money movement, the thing that we do very specifically, ultimately the blockchain technology, when it matures, is going to be the cheaper, faster, better, more transparent payment
Mm-hmm.
rail for the consumer and the customer.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't know when yet. So we're watching it very closely. And to be as technology clear, it's that infrastructure under the hood. We're not going to be
Completely.
moving money with Dogecoin or any of the random
No.
coins that pop up. But you can see
Mm-hmm.
like the patient has signs of life. Like this thing is going to fundamentally shape how we do payments out into the future at some time.
Yeah, and I'm not super deep into this domain, but know enough to be following what you're saying. The way I think about it is sort of an and versus an or. Like I see a lot of technology. We're still using cash, but we have credit cards
Yep.
that are sophisticated. So, does cash ever fully go away? Maybe not. Do credit cards fully ever go away? Maybe not. Maybe there's a portfolio of payment rails that exist. And I think to your point, it's determining the trajectory of adoption for those rails and trying to figure out where you fit.
Yeah. And the interesting thing is, we're a global company. So our
Mm-hmm.
users are from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at, say, a blockchain technology through an American lens, yeah, it's an add-on. We've got cash, we've got debit
Mm-hmm.
cards, we've got
Mm-hmm.
credit cards, we got prepaid cards, we got all types of cards.
Yeah.
There are many economies around the world that are coming from cash right now
Mm-hmm.
to a QR code in a wallet. And they
Mm-hmm.
have just skipped cards altogether.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of like my kids will never know what a phone on the wall was because
Yeah.
they showed up in the era of cell phones.
Yeah. It's like 8-track to vinyl.
And so
You just skip cassettes and CD.
when you look at it from a global money movement point of view, I think there will be regions of the world that adopt it faster
Mm-hmm.
because they're jumping way over card networks and building
Sure.
technology frameworks that are just modern for their ecosystem and modern for their
Yeah.
economy. And so it's going to be interesting. This isn't just a US problem to solve when it comes to payment rails, modern payment rails. And, a global perspective on it says this stuff's going to be in our hands faster than you think.